That's a really beautiful idea, that connecting to the things that bring you joy in the process. I know you've worked with a lot of great singers.
Yeah.
That idea of having doubts, I think, is something that I get this question a lot. I'm, a decade or two into making real records. There's a lot of people that are a few years in that don't realize that all of us, those that have been doing it for a decade or two, those that have been doing it for a lot longer, like you, I love that idea of mid-project blues. Like, it happens to me at the end of a lot of days. It happens to me in the middle of projects where I just think everything sucks. But it's good to hear that. Good to hear that I'm not alone. And those kids.
No, I always tell people that because I know other people get it. I mean, other friends who are producers I greatly admire, like Jimmy Jam, for example. I mean, they get it too, and it's pretty normal. The two phenomena are, the mid-project blues and the, I really don't know what I'm doing. When are they going to find me out syndrome?
Yeah, the imposter syndrome. I've heard it referred to. Yeah,
exactly. That's right.
How do you get perspective when that happens? I mean, it seems like at this point you just kind of trust that it'll come around. How do you get perspective when you're sitting there and you're going, I don't like the way this sounds. I don't know what to do.
I sit and think. I mean, I was in the studio yesterday, and I'm doing this album with Susanna Hoffs, which is going great, and she's amazing and a terrific singer and all that. But this one particular track, I was just going, this isn't right. It didn't come out right. We'd cut pretty much a live track with a bit of program stuff in advance, and you just kind of initially, there are two directions to go. One is, it's all hopeless, and the other is, let's say I'm right, that it's not right. What can we do? Short of starting completely again. And in this particular case, I said, let's turn the electric guitar completely off. Let's stop this sounding like a rock and roll track. I said to the engineer, please turn the kick drum into a cross stick, which luckily is something that engineers know how to do. I know how it's done, but I couldn't do it. Because it was a live, obviously you turn off the overheads, you find a nice cross stick sample, and all that stuff. And of course, everything changes when you turn the overheads off. The whole drum kit changes, so you start. But anyway, half an hour later, I was kind of going, "Oh, it's okay. This will work." We would get it. The whole track was too much rock and roll crunch and not enough precision, and so we lined stuff up, put some samples in, rethought it, and by the end of the night, I was feeling quite optimistic again. So, you either give up or you think of a solution, or certainly a solution to try, to make and it means you probably misjudged the song a bit in the first place, or you got carried away on the session when the drums were bashing away and the electric guitar was crunching, and you kind of went, yeah, but the answer was no.
It seems like that,
not right for this song or this vocal.
Right. It seems like that's a pretty normal thing, and I guess perhaps in the overall sense, that's the job of the producer, to find solutions and find ideas.